welcome back to the channel. It's Frank, American Eagle Rises. How you guys doing for Monday? Are you hot and heavy? I'm always saying that because here in Michigan, man, it's hot, it's humid. Just got done raining. And I just got done walking. I went out there and it was just like the mist was starting to die. So, but now all the sun seems to be coming out. And man, we had so much rain. My gutters were coming out like fire hoses. Yeah, heat advisory still. It's not as bad as it was earlier today. But it's more humid. It's cooler, more humid, so sticky. Kind of icky. I can't rhyme. So, what should we talk about today here that's related to America First News? I saw two things. And the blatant one is this massive mega deal from the EU. Like over $1 trillion? Like, damn, bruh. Yeah, so the biggest deal got eclipsed again by another even bigger, greater deal from the same guy. So, sorry, haters. The deals, they be coming. And, you know, and the EU one, that's kind of... I thought it would take a little longer, to be honest with you. And I'm surprised he got... I'm trying to remember. I think it was like a 15% tariff, which is not really that much in the grand scheme of things. From their side, our side. But man, it's going to fill up our coffers. That's for sure. Every little dollar helps, guys. Like I said, he's trying to reduce the need for taxation, right? Internal taxation. Lots of work to go, lots of things to do. He's definitely pouring some good footings. Let's just keep it going, Trump. We got a couple other ones, deal-wise, but we got a couple other geopolitical things to talk about. I did see Trump put down, I don't want to say he put down the law, but he's walking on a tightrope with Putin and Russia. And I remember it was not quite a month ago. How long was it, guys? I don't know if you get any of you guys remember. Ben, you got all the info. You got the pulse better than me. There's always someone better, right? You know, I'm not an expert at any of this stuff, but so we will comment on that. But yeah, I thought it was. He kind of talked about it. So we're trying to get this ceasefire from Ukraine, right? And like, you know, Ukraine ain't making stuff any better. Russia had like, hey man, and then we had that, you know, little tiffy. He came over trying to rule the roost in the White House. He got booted out. And then, oh yeah, I'm trying to help. And then, oh wait, I'm not. And then Putin's like, why don't you tell us what you want to combat, okay? You know, Putin's just like, he's sitting over there like a boss. I don't know how his generals feel about it, right? But, you know, it's so funny, the news. I keep seeing, hey, you know, Russia's like, hey, everything's doing great. And then the Ukraine's like, everything's doing great. It's like, well, both sides can't be doing great. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think he's tying this in with potential threat of sanctions. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Trump. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's better than nothing, right? Putin don't care about no sanctions, though. That's the one thing. So I don't know. Maybe Trump is communicating to Putin like, hey, come on, man, we gotta. I think he's just trying to communicate and flash, hey, Putin, let's get this done, right? But in the grand scheme of things, hell, I think Russia already has sanctions from its Invasion of Ukraine. It's not an invasion. I don't know what the hell to call it, guys. If Russia really wanted Ukraine, it would have already been over last year. 3 years. I mean, come on. Like the World War II, they took that over in like a matter of months. Right? So, if it really wanted Ukraine, it wants Ukraine. It doesn't want to destroy Ukraine. How about that, right? Plus, it doesn't. To be honest, it doesn't want the entire of Ukraine as the communists would tell you, right? No, it just wants all that strategic shit. It wants the breadbasket. Wants Odessa. Wants all those damn ports on the Black Sea. But it's got a bunch of minerals. And then I think it's the Dnieper River. So they probably want all of that so they can make a buffer. So even if we get all chummy with Russia, Russia will always want its buffers. And it's trying to consolidate the we'll call them the gaps where any invasion from the West would come from. So Russia has kind of an exposed border, but if it gets the areas all the way up to the Carpathian mountain range, I can't say that. Say that 5 times fast. That would be that section there, nice quarantined off. So even if Russia didn't want to have a war, it really wanted that territory. So they've elected to kind of forcefully take it. But we'll see what happens. Come on, Trump. If anyone's going to get a ceasefire out of this, it's going to be him. But, yeah. The threat of a sanction. I had to read the details, guys. I didn't read the details, but Russia doesn't, the shocking thing that no one will tell you, Russia doesn't need much from the outside world. The only thing it needs an outside world is a market to sell. So sanctions like going into Russia don't care. Russia has pretty much every natural resource it ever needs. It can get out of it. That's not a problem. The problem, right, is there are a export-focused economy, meaning they get all the natural resources and they sell them, right? So if they can't sell, then they don't get money, and then their economy falls apart. Kind of like China, but China it's missing a bunch of resources. Food. Anyway, that took way too much longer than I really wanted to take for America First News. Outside of that, the Wall Street market, we'll call it, place. Yeah, it didn't have a good Monday. The big leading item was the 10-year Treasury went up 3 basis points. Nothing spectacular. DXY strengthened significantly. So it's just under 99. So it's almost back to 100. So that's a humongous move into the DXY. So the rest of the market really didn't like that. Especially crypto. Bitcoin went down. It's down to, 118? Still looking for an entry point, right? Gold didn't like it. It sold off because the dollar strengthened and the 10-year Treasury went up. SLV, the silver, it pretty much was unchanged. The miners got a little... they bled a little bit. But yeah, the SPY finished slightly down. But yeah. So, I think Trump mentioned something about tariffs, and it's like a sneeze, and the rest of the world gets a flu or something. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And one other thing, just frank dumb stuff. I almost said shit. Oh, I said shit. Oh no. Yeah, I had to renew some of my, you get your birthday. My birthday's October 1st, so it's coming. And, you got to renew your plates. I guess here in Michigan now you can renew for 2 years. I don't know. We never were able to do that before. So my 2 cars I did. And then what's ironic is my Camaro, I put it in like storage, even though it's in the garage. So I take off my collision, and I think I just put comprehensive, so it's not like I can go drive it or anything. But if something gets damaged on it while it's sitting in the garage I can have that claim. But so it looks like the Secretary of State thinks I don't have any insurance, even though in April I reinstated it. So I don't know when they pull this crap. I mean, I just got it, so I mean, if they pull, I mean, so obviously they must have did it in March, right? Like so I don't know. It looks like I can mail it in, but I kind of I want to do it for 2 years, so I might go do it. And I'm doing that crap. And then I don't know if you guys, I've mentioned this a few times, but I'll bring it up. A game called Magic the Gathering. It's actually a card game, kind of like Pokemon. A new set got released over the weekend. They had, I still call it pre-release, but I guess they call it release now. They no longer. So I finally got my product today. Yay! It'll probably sit in this box unopened for a month. I have so much Magic to open, it's ridiculous. And I have so many cards to actually put away that I'm like, hey man, I kind of need to put them away before I open. So I might open a couple, but so I got like a bundle, and it has like 2 commander sets. So these are like little decks that you play with. Yeah, I bought some booster boxes. So yeah, Frank spent more than 200. I don't know, but what, 1, 2, 3. Not quite $500, but I think I told you guys about the last set that I bought, which was Dragons, which was like 2 sets ago or 3. I don't know. I still got a box I need to open because I got one on sale on Amazon. So I mean, this set's come out way too often, but I don't know if you guys actually play Magic the Gathering, but that just showed up. So that came up. That's why I'm putting it in the video. Outside of that, yeah, work was had my dentist today. Yeah, everything was okay from that perspective, so that was good. The cleaning was like I think they got like, they barely did the scratching, which was good. I thought normally my plaque, so maybe my flossing once a week was helping. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at that. Yeah, and then yesterday I did a lot of like catching up of like little chores, like stuff I should have done. I've been waiting. So I kind of did a lot of that. And yeah, we still have some work to do outside. It's not mandatory, but it would be nice to get that done. Other than that, Ben will let me know. Ben's going to let me know what I missed. That was kind of the biggest things that I saw. There might be some more things for tomorrow. So, Ben, if you got something, put it down below, and then I'll maybe do a little look into it tomorrow, and then have a comment on that. What are you guys seeing? What is going on? Blah, blah, blah. Frank can't talk, and it's a Monday. I've been in these meetings for this crazy thing, and I think that's what's going on. I want to like tap out. So, all you diehard people, because I know I'm only talking to this diehardish people here. Pretty much everyone tunes out after 1 minute. I think Raymond Thoughts and Minds mentioned it. Maybe I'll put. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not. I think it's called Dad. Oh crap. Dad Mode. Yeah, look up Dad Mode. He's obviously a bigger channel than me. But good stuff on there. The video today was perfectly spot on. It was like about anger, meaning like why that is, like, let's funnel it the correct way, right? But, if you're angry, that means you're still alive. But it really went into like, hey, they don't want that because they want you pacified. And we talked about some of this stuff here because we'll call it that adjacent news. I hate using. Okay, guys, help me out. How could it's almost like the woke have sort of won, because I use it as a joke, but it's almost like I'm using it. So are they winning? I don't know. Well, related, yeah. So we're gonna say in relate, right? You know, we need strong men. We need strong women as well, but not from a replacing men perspective, right? Men need to lead. They need to do what traditionally that they've always done, which is to safeguard and protect not just the weak, but the next generation. Raise up strong men, because once you are gone as a father, you know, we need the sons, which will become the next fathers, to be strong, and that we can thrive going forward as humanity. But that's also related to our country, right? We need, and right, how long have men been told to sit in the corner, shut up? You know, women can get angry, but men can't. Right? Just because men get angry doesn't mean they're going to get violent. I never understood that, right? And it's almost like they're gaslighting men. Like you, and a lot of people have not been able to figure out how to, like, I struggled with that for a very long time. I think we all do, but, you know, I was never told that that was okay, right? My dad, I could see my dad, and my dad wanted to say things, but he couldn't, right? So I think he was one of that first generation of, like, I call it bottling it up, right? And it's like, I think that's one thing women don't understand. It's like when a man just goes off, it's not that one thing. It's just like the balloon gets so big and it's a room full of pins, right? It's not that one pin that pops the balloon. It's just all this stuff, right? It's like a kettle, a teapot, right? And it takes a while, but once it blows, it's not that one thing. That's my point, right? You know, and you can't suppress this stuff. And the more you suppress that anger, it just builds up, and the resentment, right? And then we get weak men. Then we get bad leaders. Then we have bad times. We're trying to avoid that here on this channel. That's why you guys are looking, right? I know the people that are listening to me right now, that is their same goal. And that's why I'm trying my part, as small as that might be, to try to help us go forward, right? So anyway, with that said, guys, we're getting a little long in the tooth here for the video. Let's find that little stop button, because we're going to keep doing that, because that's our little catchphrase at the end. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. I'm an engineer, but I'm a really good one. Because we're serious, but we're not serious. Like we love to, like again, I think I told you guys this before. Every passing day, it's like, hey, wait a minute, I can embrace some of these contradictions or apparent contradictions, but they work, right? Anyway, yeah, sorry guys, I had to do it. All right. Anyway, hopefully you guys have a good day. Let's have a good week, and America Eagle rises. Yeah.